All right, well, here he is. How are you? What's happening?
I'm great, Mark. Thank you.
That was an incredible demo, and I mean, you know, Alex made that, his number one priority for the year is creating the Sales Cloud Lightning, and it's an incredible accomplishment. And I mean, when you're looking at that demo, what are you thinking, back on?
Well, Andrew mentioned change management. You said it's so easy. It's not easy, actually, because I have to do it all, along with Alex and the rest of our incredible team here. And that's something that we took in on when we did Lightning. The reason we have so many customers, 90,000 customers on Lightning, is because we took all that change management on board. We said we want to bring, that's why I wore that silly costume years ago about Back to the Future. We're bringing everybody to the future painlessly. And so every single one of our customers can use Lightning today. We keep coming out and going faster with new innovation. And I couldn't be prouder of my entire team and what we've delivered and the acceleration that it puts forth in our future.
Well, I mean, I said it before that most tech companies don't make that transition. They able to kind of make that Horizon 1, but then they fall off and they can't get to Horizon 2 because the tech industry is constantly getting lower cost, easier to use, and so new entrants kind of come in. But you've kind of evolved our platform, and I think this is really the third time that you've done it, which is kind of amazing. And there were definitely a couple scary attempts, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 years.
There were moments when you got worried. That's true. But we're not most tech companies.
We're not most tech companies.
Right.
That's true.
And some things, something you and I have said to each other, you overestimate what you can do in a year.
Yes.
Underestimate what you can do in a decade.
Yes.
It didn't take me a decade, but it took a little while, and you guys didn't notice it, but we came out, we transformed to mobile. That was part of Lightning, actually.
Right.
The mobile apps that you see there are part of Lightning, and that's why we deliver it to the Sales Cloud, we're delivering it to Service Cloud, we're delivering it to the entire CRM success platform.
That's an amazing thing, right? We have millions of users on mobile applications, that is our own native applications, their applications. We're, like Keith said, we both all closed our quarter just on our phone. We don't even travel with our laptops anymore. We don't need to.
Yep.
We just saw the first major platform running on Microsoft's Continuum, which was incredible. And again, it's just kind of like we assume, of course, Salesforce is going to be there first. And, but I think that there's a lesson here, and I know there's a lot of other software CEOs that are following us, and they want to make sure that their companies don't get trapped in that, kind of innovation quagmire. What advice would you give to those tech leaders so that they can do what you do, which is kind of now all of a sudden deliver this incredible new growth platform for the future?
Number one is listen to your customers. You and I have done that since day one, and whenever we hear people talking about technology, like we could talk about Lightning as technology, and we could get caught up in the technology, and when you do that, you lose sight of, well, who are we delivering it to? How are we satisfying Accenture with Andrew and Julie? Then you lose sight of actually what you're doing. You could have a lot of fun with technology, but you could waste a lot of engineering time. So number one, listen to your customers. And then what's even harder than that is aligning. You have to get all kinds of different people with different ideas aligned to one vision. And that's why the V2MOM process that Salesforce uses is so powerful. We listen, and then we align, and we execute. And we do it over and over again, every year. And I think that's what makes us so successful, not just technology, but in business as well.
You knew you had to move to mobile. You knew you had to move to wearables. You knew you had to componentize. You knew you had to re-architect. You had to redeploy to hundreds of thousands of existing customers. And yet there were a couple of moments there where it really looked like it was not going to work. So what was that scariest moment? What was the point when you're like, wow, this may not actually happen, and we just may hit that innovation wall like everyone else did?
I think when we were at an offsite, and you looked at me, he's like, why don't we just write it all in native code on a mobile app? And I said, well, we have native code, we have HTML5. I think one of the scariest moments was, we released Touch, okay? We were listening to our customers, and Touch was really a focus on the tablet, but Touch was early. It was too early, actually. So we released a product, and it was the beginning of the technology, and what I realized is I was so excited about it. I was like, this is awesome. The platform's working. We have controls working on a tablet. Other people looked at it and said, well, that's not a sales app. That's not a solution for me. And so, went back to the team, and that's when Alex and I said, we need to really double down and who we're going to focus on first. So Alex and I said, we really need to focus on the sales rep and the sales manager and Sales Cloud. And that's why you see Sales Cloud Lightning be so successful, is because we really went back to basics. And so we got a little worried there at one moment, but we didn't lose our energy and our passion for what we had. I believe deep down that this was the future of Salesforce. I knew that we were building a platform for the next decade, and we've delivered it.
Well, I've never seen anything like Lightning. I've never been more excited about our platform and our capabilities, and what you and Alex have done with all the other technology leaders this year is just incredible. So is that it then? Are you done? Or do you have more? Do you want to show us what's coming?
That's not it. I would love for you to sit down,
great.
and I'll keep going.
All right, please welcome Parker.
Right. Thank you. So Mark opened this talk and talked about customer success. And I think what I love most as a leader of technology is, for me, customer success is very, very tangible because we run a cloud service. And so we know if you're successful. I'm not successful necessarily when Keith sells to a customer. I love when you sell it to customers, or when your sales team, sorry, Mr. COO, when your sales team sells to customers. That's the first step for us. And so this is just a great example of what I'm proud of in terms of customer success. 5.5 million apps built on the App Cloud. 3,000 applications on our App Exchange, which is a public directory of applications that any customer can use, whether they're in high tech or financial services or nonprofits. They're all up there for our customers to use. And use it, they are. Check this out. 50 billion transactions. That's customers who are using our service, human beings using it for mobile devices, tablets, desktops, and even computers actually working with it, integrating with back office systems like SAP and Oracle. 50 billion transactions in Q1 of FY13 to 100 billion to 259 billion transactions in this last Q3 of FY16. 46% growth. Pretty soon we'll have the numbers for our Q4. It just closed, so we weren't able to actually count. It's going to be even better than that, I'm sure. But our customers are really, really using our platform. They're using our service. That's customer success. And that's why I built Lightning, because I want our customers to go faster. I want them to build more applications. I want them to post more, like Twilio here, that voice that you saw earlier. Jeff Lawson here is the CEO of Twilio. Awesome partner. Application. He has applications up on the App Exchange. If you want voice, you can put it in your application. That's pretty cool. But also I built Lightning so that we could go faster. Alex earlier talked about our 49th release. Many, many years ago, we were sitting in a little conference room and we said, well, how should we think about how software changes when it's a cloud? And we said, well, you don't really install it. It's kind of like seasons. It just happens. So it just so happens that spring is happening right now. And yes, we'll deal with the change management. So spring's going to happen painlessly. It's actually going to finally be rolled out February 5th. Some of our customers have it now. The rest will get it this Friday, just in time for the Super Bowl. It's our 49th major release. And you saw some amazing demos. Sarah Varney, great demos. Earlier, you saw that Microsoft Continuum demo, the UI moving from the phone to the desktop just seamlessly. And coming up, you're going to see an amazing demonstration of intelligence in our Marketing Cloud, of predictive journeys. There's a demo coming up. We're going to have some members of Alex and my team give some awesome demonstrations. But we've also been gearing up. Our offices are right down near Super Bowl City, which is a little bit of a nightmare for us. And it's Super Bowl 50. Well, guess what's next after our 49th major release? We did not plan this, by the way. We're just lucky. Our 50th release is coming up, and we are so excited this summer for Summer 16. On June 16th, we'll release our 50th release. And as I was saying earlier, we really transformed probably about 3 years ago to be a mobile-first company. When we started the company, mobility wasn't really, in terms of mobile enterprise computing, was not really that prevalent. And so we actually had to turn our technology to be mobile-first, and the Summer 16 release is all about mobility. Offline. You saw Sarah demonstrate offline. Talk about listening to customers. All of our customers have been saying, I love Salesforce One. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. you got to give us offline. So we're giving all of our customers offline. They're going to love that. We're also delivering a brand new mobile application for marketing. So, you're going to love that as well. And actually, through a very small little acquisition we did, we're going to give some amazing security capabilities through a mobile application so that you can not only be secure, but it's going to be just so simple. Instead of typing in all these codes and trying to figure out how to be more secure, you're just going to use your phone. Your phone's going to say, "Hey, do you want to use Salesforce? Do you want to use this application? Is it okay? Is it okay to download this report? Yes or no?" Yeah, sure. And it's at some point it's going to learn your behavior, and it may even just do it on its own because it'll be secure and super easy.